An echo of an echo is the semblance of a sound. And I pressed and I've waited with my ear upon the ground. Oh, lover, I'll see you there, waiting in the willows with your autumn hair. Oh, lover, I'll see you there after many miles.
This is the cutest thing ever.
Pie. Chicken pot pie?
I love that.
Yay.
It's a green elephant. Yum.
The carts go between 35 and 40 miles an hour. Yeah, they go fast. It's real racing.
Hey Aaron, Andrew Silsby here from Kennebec Savings Bank. I hope you and the MaineLife Nation are doing well during these unprecedented times. I'm proud of the fact that Kennebec Savings Bank has 80% of its workforce working remotely today as we try to keep our employees and our customers safe during this situation. Kennebec Savings Bank is a 150-year-old institution that has weathered many crises over the years, and I'm confident that we will get through this situation too. Our employees stand ready, although working remotely, to service businesses and individuals with their financial needs. So if you're looking for a financial institution that has stood the test of time, or if you're an existing customer who needs some help in your particular situation, please don't hesitate to click or call Kennebec Savings Bank today. Aaron and the MaineLife Nation, be well. We'll all get through this if we lean in and work together.
Hey everybody, Erin and Baxter here. Thanks so much for joining us. This new episode featuring Portland-based businesses was filmed far before COVID-19. But I hope you take away that now more than ever, it is important to support and shop local. And that's exactly what one of our major partners, Hannaford Supermarkets, has been doing since 1883. Next, you'll hear the story of one local producer they've supported since the early 1900s, one of the oldest continuing businesses in Maine, Dolan Flavor & Co. They credit Hannaford for believing in the Dolan family and the product since then. Now let's go meet the owner, Jack Dawson, at Baristas and Bites, a local cafe that uses his vanilla in their yummy baked goods.
Jack actually knew one of our former workers. They connected, and just to be able to have that local product in-house was really fabulous, and to know that it's a family-owned company is great.
And what was your grandfather's name? When did he start the company?
Harry Dolan in 1906. As early as I can remember, I was doing this and not really liking it.
No, why did you like it?
Well, it was his ethic was work first, play later, and he had no interest in athletics, and that was all I was interested in. So when he died, I notified Hannaford and other stores that there would be no more product because nobody, including myself, was interested in doing it. And then I started getting calls from Hannaford and others saying people are asking for this product. Is anybody going to take it over? Hannaford does so much for local residents and the whole culture of Greater Portland and Maine, and to be part of that it's just a thrill. It just seemed like a natural connection that we grew up with Hannaford stores.
We are currently standing in the Forest Avenue Hannaford in the baking aisle near our local rack that features a lot of our great local vendors. Hannaford's been local since 1883 when we got our start on the Portland waterfront selling vegetables from a push cart. So when we talk about being local, it's literally part of our heritage, and it's part of everything we do day in and day out. And when you talk about Jack and Dolan Flavoring Company, it's exact same thing, right? We started in 1883, they started in 1906, and we've gone hand in hand. We want consumers to know that when they shop at Hannaford, they have the opportunity to purchase from one of 900 local companies, and there's 7,500 products that we offer in our 182 stores. And when you purchase an item that's made locally, you support the local communities that we all serve. Yeah, it's why I get up and come to work every day. It's something to be really proud of, and honored to be a part of a company that has that as their heritage.
Hannaford's appreciation and love of Greater Portland, and the way I was brought up to have that same feeling is really a connection, and I'm glad we're part of it still.
So what is it about the vanilla? What is your grandfather's interest in vanilla?
His interest was, well, first of all, we took the cap off this and you got the aroma. That would answer your question.
I'll do it.
And he would say, the flavor is in the bottle, the taste is in the palate. And he created this formula that is different from any other product like this. And the flavor doesn't cook out, its shelf life is infinite. The only drawback growing up, other than having to work first and play later, was I'd go to school smelling of that wonderful aroma. And for a 10-year-old boy, that's not the coolest.
No, that wasn't the cologne of choice. Grandfather Harry?
Harry A. Dolan.
Harry?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's take a bite in
Yeah.
honor of Harry. We're going to do a toast. To Harry, Hannaford, and you.
He would like that.
There are no shortage of hotels here in Portland, and it seems that every year a new one is popping up, which is great for our economy. One in particular, though, that has been somewhat instrumental, I'll say, in my 20s and now 30s because of the Armory Lounge, is the Regency Hotel here in the Old Port that has been serving guests since the mid-'80s. They're going under a little construction right now, which is exciting, so we're going through the side door to meet your main concierge, Vanessa Santarelli.
The Regency, amazing property. The building was actually built in 1895 for the Maine National Guard, but was repurposed as a hotel, and in 1987 opened its doors. And we have 95 guest rooms, which 18 of them are suites. The Portland Regency Hotel is a dog-friendly hotel. We actually have 8 rooms down on our spa level, so easy access to go outside and in, and those are all pet-friendly rooms. Amazing dining room, unbelievable lounge, outdoor dining, just so many different things to offer. Well, today we're in 1895. It's a recently renovated, a new product that we have here at the property, replacing the old 20 Milk Street. And it was the first phase of renovation that we're doing throughout the whole first floor, the lobby, and the extended lobby. The menu here in the restaurant is outstanding, rustic Maine cuisine. So it's going back to the roots of all things that you can find locally here, sourced, and as well as our farm. Pine Ridge Acres, which is out in Cumberland. Tremendous property. We have over 150 head of cattle, fresh eggs that are brought to the hotel. The Armory, it's the most amazing place. Where can you go in town and everybody knows your name? There's a happy hour every day. Every hour is a happy hour. I think what differentiates Portland Regency Hotel from the rest of the properties down here is that we're selling a unique experience and a historic property that you just can't find. This building was built over 125 years ago, and people come here because they're looking for an experience, and the location can't be beat.
Here, take a potato.
Thank you. Okay.
Sharing is caring.
I don't like to share when I'm eating good food like this.
Hey MaineLife, Yeager at Berlin City Auto Group. On behalf of all Berlin City employees, we wanted to tell you how grateful we are to be part of this amazing community. And now, more than ever, we're here for you. I'm standing in our service department today, and I wanted to let you know that we can come and get you a vehicle for maintenance or service. We have technicians ready, and the vehicle will be returned to you, properly sanitized, repaired, to your satisfaction. You can also shop for a new or used vehicle for any of our brands online. We can actually drive to your house and let you do a test drive at your home, or we can do a virtual test drive. We have requests for that as well. And wanted to let you know that your safety and our employees' safety are very important to us. Following the CDC guidelines, we'll get through this. Stay strong, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.
So I started making these a few years ago. Chewy cookies are gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free. There's no white sugar, there's no nuts, so they're great for folks with food allergies. It kind of was one of those things that just was one idea and then went to another idea, and before you know it, that's sort of what you're doing with your life. And Hannaford was the first one to kind of bite. Hannaford really cares about their local vendors and their community, and I can't thank them enough. Hi, I'm Peter Zinn, owner of Chewy Cookies, and I really thank Hannaford for believing in me and all the other local vendors they help out.
Kittery Trading Post has over 2,000 brands, including Patagonia, North Face, Dansko, and Carhartt. They support Maine communities by giving back in so many ways. They support women in business and the outdoors. Thank you, Kittery Trading Post, for supporting me and so many others in Maine.
Poland Spring Water, which will be celebrating its 175th anniversary this year, in combination with Maine's Bicentennial, will be participating in the Maine State Parade, which is coming back to Lewiston. The Rickers were huge advocates for the tourism industry, and we're just proud to be expanding that partnership and participating in the parade. Hi, I'm Heather Printup from Poland Spring, and as we celebrate our 175th anniversary, we'd like to wish the state of Maine a happy 200th birthday.
Maine General Physical Therapy has 5 physical therapists that specialize in pelvic health and located in 3 different locations. Urinary incontinence, pelvic pain are so common at many ages in the lifespan of a woman, and there's something that you can do at every age. I love going to work due to the people I work with, but also by helping people and achieving their dreams and goals. Maine General, we're with you.
We are so lucky to be living and working in Maine, as you see each and every week on MaineLife. And one of those reasons is because we have Portland at our fingertips with some of the best restaurants, chefs, and food producers.
So whether you're gluten-free or vegan or eat everything on the menu like the two of us, there's something here for everyone.
So we're going to be bopping around the city this lunch hour to give you a little taste of Portland. First stop is VIN Bakery.
And we're here where everything is gluten-free and they mean everything.
Well, welcome to Bam Bakery. Bam Bam's been here for 8 years. I took over about 3 years ago, and I was a customer first. It's always been gluten-free and just exclusively gluten-free, which is huge for so many people. Heavy-duty background in culinary and restaurant work. This is totally different than anything I was doing before. It's actually the most precise and ridiculously temperamental cooking I've ever done. We've got 15 different flours and starches that we use in different ways to achieve the result that we're trying to get. We don't use just one blend. We hand blend all of our flours. The cinnamon roll is by far our most popular item. The whoopie pies are delicious. The Pop-Tarts are very popular. That's one of our vegan items. People love those. And we have the chicken pot pies because that's another one we can't take off the menu. We have great pizza. And so when we're doing vegan pizza, which people love, we sell out of it every day. It's so cool to see all of these incredibly talented people coming to Portland, you know, with the idea that, oh, this is where I'm going to start my livelihood. It's really exciting. It's exciting to be part of.
This is the cutest thing ever.
Pie. Chicken pot pie.
I love that.
Yay. That's caramelized onions?
Caramelized onions, chickpeas, spinach.
Potato?
Baked potato.
Yeah.
And a vegan white sauce and our house-made vegan mozzarella cheese that we started doing.
My word.
Gluten-free.
So good.
That's amazing.
That's delicious. Wow.
You're at the Green Elephant in Portland, Maine, the Vegetarian Asian Bistro. We are a completely vegetarian, and the whole menu can be vegan in the end. So we're working on creating pan-Asian, vegetarian, and plant-based dishes for everyone. Today we're going to have tempura fried asparagus salad with a coconut chili dressing with an optional egg. So this one's not vegan, could be vegan as an option. And then we're going to do a Penang curry. It's a red Thai-style curry that's going to have lalibela tempeh from Belfast, and topped with some kaffir lime leaves and with some buttercup squash. Dan and Bob, the owners of the restaurant, who also own Boda and the Green Elephant in Portsmouth, are excellent to work for. We've been open for about 12 years. We opened in 2007, and up until recently, we were the only vegetarian restaurant in Portland. Now we're seeing a little bit more diversity in the area, which is really, really lovely.
This is neat.
Oh, wow. That's wicked good. Yum.
This is the tempura asparagus salad.
Oh my god. That looks so good.
It's a bed of bell pepper, red onions, tempura fried asparagus, cilantro, and a chili coconut dressing.
That looks
Thank
good.
you.
Just smell the herbaceousness.
To Green Elephant.
Yum.
Welcome everyone. We're here at the corner of Market and Oak Street at Petite Jacqueline, our French bistro in downtown Portland.
We were originally on Pine Street and then wanted a more visible location and more downtown location. So we moved here 5 years ago and we love it. The windows are beautiful, the space is more modern. We were able to build the space from the ground up. So Petite Jacqueline is named after my grandmother. She loved to cook, she was French, and her and Steve used to cook together a lot, especially as he moved into culinary school. She always wanted to open her own restaurant. We wanted to honor her and some of her dishes and just her overall character with a restaurant that was warm and welcoming.
The beef bourguignon actually was a favorite of Michelle's grandfather, and so Michelle's grandmother, Jacqueline, perfected that dish over the years and then handed the recipe down to me, and I use her recipe strictly for that dish, and it's always on the menu here. We try to stick to traditional French dishes. We're not reinventing the wheel, so to speak, but you'll find cassoulet, you'll find duck confit, saucisson.
Oysters are a big one. That was my grandmother's favorite thing. There's cheese, obviously, it's a French restaurant.
Menu.
Big cheese menu. Crepes are on day and night.
The culture of the restaurateurs and the chefs in town, it's a brotherhood and a sisterhood. There isn't that cutthroat mentality, and that's what's such a nice, refreshing, element to the restaurant society here. And we all end up having a couple glasses of wine or a couple beers and just having a good time and really just enjoying one another as well. And looking back now, I'm so glad we ended up here. Just the scene here and the people here and the small city feel of it. So no regrets there.
Yeah, it's a great place to raise kids. It's a great place to live. It's a great place to work. The people are great. I love it, yeah.
Princess doesn't want to be filmed in a headshot. It's like the wetsuit. She can't even get it on.
So 383 Commercial Street is a condo development. I believe it started as 89 condo units. Right now the city of Portland is going through a huge housing crunch just across the board. There's a lot of hotel space that's come online recently, but not as much housing. So seeing some living space come on board with this project and then the next phase project is just absolutely great news for the city. Kind of stay on the edge. There's no holes cut in the deck on the edge, so that's the easiest spot.
This is great.
It's like we were talking about. So you see, on the 7th floor, these 2 units and then the 2 units on the other half, this is their deck.
Wow.
So instead of that little 8-foot by 13 or 14 foot precast balcony, they get a rooftop deck like this. Obviously their view isn't quite as good, but it's still pretty damn good.
That's pretty good. This is so cool.
Yeah.
Great views.
Yeah.
Consigli is a large-scale general contractor. We have offices in many different places from Portland all the way to DC. We do large-scale projects, academic, urban, life science projects that can be challenging or technically difficult. And we are the general contractors you hire for any construction needs that are related to those areas. I just had a baby, so that can be a little bit challenging with the flexibility that we have. I can just say, hey, I need help with this, or can we just make a little bit of flexibility on this meeting? And nobody ever has issues with that. So it's just very easygoing, and I have support anywhere that I need, which is great. I had hesitations on, can I build large-scale projects and have that challenging engineering career that I worked so hard for and loved in Boston, but can I do that in Maine? And you can, but then I can have a house that I can hunt and fish in my backyard, and I can raise my family. My son can go ride his bike wherever he wants to. And those small pieces of what I loved growing up as a kid, I can have both.
So I ended up at school in Vermont Technical College, and found myself kind of not in the path I wanted to, but ultimately wanted to come back home. It's a great company to work for. The team here in Portland really cares about each other. It's almost like a small family, and everybody's got the same goal to succeed and get projects done, and I love it. Happy to be home. My whole family's here. We're all within 30 minutes of each other, and it's been the greatest move I've made.
So originally I went to Bowdoin College, and after I graduated I went home to Boston, but I always kind of knew that I'd like to come back to Maine eventually. I think the most exciting thing about Consigli is it brings that big national brand feel with the Portland, Maine office having more of that work-life balance, being able to go to the beach or go fishing after work, see some live music on a Thursday night. but also the opportunity. We have such a large backlog that we have a very established workforce up here of 60 plus in the office, but we're looking to continue to expand to meet the very high demand coming up in terms of developers, institutions, and hospitals, for example, looking to build and expand their own campuses, their own businesses.
This office just seems to be a little tighter knit, you know, a little more going on after work. You know, we've got a softball team, we golf every other week all summer long, you know, just various things that kind of build a sense of camaraderie and reiterate the fact that, you know, yeah, we're coworkers, but we're also friends, and you know, Consigli really is a big family, and we all take care of one another, and I get to live in Portland. I get the best of both worlds. It's a small town feel, but it's still got absolutely everything I need. Fantastic food, great beer. You know, the people are real down to earth, very friendly, and I have no traffic getting to work even though I live right in the city. So it's, for me, it's a win-win-win.
This is great. Oh my gosh, I feel like a kid. A big kid.
It is, that's the whole point. You're at Maine Indoor Karting in Scarborough, Maine. We have about a 36,000 square foot track, almost a quarter-mile long, and the carts go between 35 and 40 miles an hour. Yeah, they go fast. It's real racing. The whole point was to bring what it's like to drive a Formula car to everyone. My dad was the founder of the Cumberland Motor Club, which is a local car club, and he founded it back in 1958. And so I grew up around sports cars. This allows anyone to come in, you know, for less than $25, get out, race for 8 minutes, and feel what it's like to be in a real race car. I'm involved in lots of different programs around the state. I really appreciate the state of Maine. It's my ancestral home. So I wanted to bring something to the state and do everything I can for the state of Maine, and this is one of them. A lot of team builders, bachelor parties, bachelorette parties. Those are fun. The two funnest, I think, are the law firms, because the junior partners go after the senior partners really, really hard, and the dentist office, because all the hygienists want to get the dentist. I don't know what the dynamic is there, but it's quite interesting to watch.
We are at Maine Indoor Karting in Scarborough, Maine, and we are here to race some go-karts with our coworkers and the chair of our association. So we're excited. It's a rush. It's a lot of fun. You can do it year-round, which is outstanding, because if you don't like outdoor sports in the wintertime, this is something that you can do in Maine and still get a rush.
I have a need for speed. Let's go.
You can see who won.
Aaron.
Who had the fastest lap?
Vanessa.
No.
Aaron.
Aaron again. Jason
Because
fastest
the head sock was
27.
over my eyes for half the
And I think I remember saying, make sure the head sock's up there so you don't get in your eye.
Yeah.
I think I said that.
So if you're a fellow Mainer or visiting our beautiful state for the very first time and want your own personalized itinerary, visit my website or give me a call.
Thank you everybody for joining us here on MaineLife. To follow our adventures, you can check out our website where all of our content lives, MaineLifeMedia.com, or my Instagram page at Arno Valley. Thank you to our viewers, New Center Maine, and our sponsors. Go out and explore Maine and make friends somewhere new, and we will see you next week.
But the shovel, it digs deep, and the calluses grow over like a mirror to a
So there's no shortage of hotel options. There is no shortage of what?
There's no shortage of...
Our first stop is Bam Bam Bakery.
Everything here is gluten-free?
No, that was good.
I literally almost fell down the stairs.